Hello nerds and welcome back once again to Nerd or Die. I have a new toy review for you today. We're taking a look at Neca Aliens Xenomorph Albino Drone Concept Figure. Up first, as always, we're going to take a quick look at the packaging. You can see that the Xenomorph is clearly displayed in the clamshell packaging that is standard with the Neca's Alien line. On the side of the packaging, you've got nice studio shots of the albino drone all bloodied up and displayed. On the other side of the packaging, you've got one big shot of the albino drone with his signature tongue accessory. On the back of the box, you've got a wonderful picture of the figure posed up. There's the bio in the middle, if you'd like to pause and read that now. Whereas on the bottom of the packaging, you've got product placement for the rest of the figures in the line. Alright, I do not want to waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and rip this alien out of his packaging. And here is the albino drone out of his packaging in all of his glory. Listen guys, I promised myself that I was never going to buy repainted figures. And for the most part, I didn't. It comes with this new weird tongue tentacle accessory. So I figured it kind of sets itself apart, at least enough from the regular figures, that I could warrant having this. But I gotta say, aside from the coloring of the figure, I'm not really happy with it. It's essentially just a repaint. Sure, I like this little gobby tongue accessory, but instead of it feeling like an inner mouth or a tongue for the Xenomorph, it just kind of feels like some type of alien worm trying to crawl in or out of its mouth. It doesn't really feel like it's organic and part of the figure. So I've got a few more things to talk about while we get into the rest of the review. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do that and take a look at his paint and sculpt. Now, taking a closer look at the head sculpt, you can see it's almost identical in every way to the other alien Xenomorph warriors that came out from NECA's Aliens line. I do like how this albino alien, however, in the face kind of looks like a skull. You can tell in the other Xenomorph figures that it was always a dome covering the skull, but in this one I think the way they painted it, it accents the skull-like features. You can clearly see that those are supposed to be eyes in the front right there. The paint scheme is really what I love most about this figure, and the way that it accents all the features in the head definitely is a plus for me. So if you want to take a closer look at the sculpt, I suppose that we could do that very quickly. I mean, this is a beautiful paint job. What you can't get out of black and brown paint, you can surely see with black, white, and pink. They got a nice black kind of wash in there to make all the nooks and crannies pop, and it looks gorgeous. I really do prefer this paint job to the rest of the Xenomorph figures. I like how the feet are supposed to be like pink and raw almost. It kind of looks like exposed meat. I really like the way they did that. You can really see the details in there. And I like that that's a full sculpted piece that was put into the joint so that when you stretch it back or forward, the molding and the paint still goes up in there. I think that's beautiful because most toys, when the gappage occurs, that's a technical term, gappage, you can see that there's blank spots usually in molds. So I think it's beautiful that they did that. Yeah, this is the only accessory that comes with the figure. It's his tentacle tongue thing. That is also the technical term for those of you that did not know. It comes with these two little pegs down here in this ball shape. That is supposed to be jammed into the Xenomorph's throat, and they expect you not to bust his teeth or like cartilage on the side of his mouth. Well, I kind of did both. So be very careful. Heat it up with a blow dryer first. I should have known better. It's just my ignorance. But yeah, this is the only accessory. It's nicely sculpted, nicely painted, I guess, for what it is. Just pink and white, slimy tongueness. I like the clear coat that they put over it, those gloss to make it look wet and nasty. So yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Now, many of you, I'm sure, has seen plenty of NECA Xenomorph reviews online, but for those of you that haven't, I will quickly go over the figure's articulation. The head moves left and right, can move down a little bit and up a little bit. If you take this fin out in the back, the head sculpt can move up a little bit more. The arms can fully rotate, go out that far, swivel at the shoulder, bend at the elbow. It's a double elbow joint, and it can also rotate at the elbow, whereas the hand is on a ball joint, and you get full 360 movement there. The torso is also on a ball joint, giving you full 360 movement, spin, crunch, back bend, and swivel. The Xenomorph can do the full splits. Legs go up that far, can even go up a little farther, can go back all the way back. There is rotation here at the top of the thigh. There is no cut joint for the rest of the leg. Double jointed knee. There is ankle spin, can go up and down. There is side to side pivot and toe articulation. And finally, it is time for a size comparison. The Albino drone stacks up perfectly next to the rest of the Xenomorphs in the Neca line because they are the same body mold. Here is the drone next to a facehugger egg. Here is the drone next to the facehugger in his cryostasis chamber. And finally, the alien albino drone is sized appropriately next to the alien-slaying badass Corporal Hicks. Well, there you have it, nerds. That is my review of the Aliens albino drone. And if you want my recommendation, maybe? If you're trying to build an army, sure. If you're trying to collect every Xenomorph that comes out from Neca or other toy companies, then sure. But if you've already got a few aliens on your shelf, and you're not big on repaints, and this little tongue accessory doesn't quite do it for you, then probably I would say pass. This is really only for the hardcore collector or the hardcore alien fan. Alright guys, that is going to do it for me. Thank you as always for joining me here at Nerd or Die again today. Remember, if you like me, my reviews, or what I have to say, please give that big old yellow subscribe button a click to help Nerd or Die grow. Nerd or Die has a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The links to all of those will be in the description below. And guys, if you want more badass toy reviews like this, you already know what to do. Stay subscribed, stay tuned, and most of all, stay nerdy. Thanks guys. Later.